Manchester Marathon this weekend. This one's not about a PB. My knee's been a bit injured, training's been a bit off, but I managed 1:29 at Cambridge Half Marathon in March, so there's definitely something there. This one's about giving it a go, seeing where I'm at, and using it to build for Valencia Marathon later this year. Right, here's a quick look at the kit and equipment I'm going to be using for the marathon. Keeping it simple, nothing new, just using what I know. First of all, I've got the vest there, just a Nike one, but you'll notice I've got my nickname Tonks on it, top tip. It's good to have that because people will shout your name. And when you're struggling, 30 kilometers onwards, people shouting your name really does give you a good boost. I've also got the hat and sunglasses. I'll probably wear either or depending on the weather, or maybe none if it's not too cold but not too sunny. But it is Manchester, so need to be prepared for everything. Arm vests here, not arm vests, arm warmers, but yeah, like a vest for arm, I guess. I wear them because my arms are the one bit of me that gets really cold. Coming down, we've got the half tights. My wife hates them, but I like to think they make me a little bit faster, so I'll be wearing them. Nike Vaporfly 3s, I believe. I've worn these for a couple of American marathons. My trusty go-to marathon shoe. I've got some Alpha Flies that I bought last summer, but as I'm not going to be going all out for a PB due to lack of training and injury, these should do the job. And my lovely watermelon socks. Mine and my daughter's favourite fruit. And if it's good enough for Harry Styles, it's good enough for me. Now, basic nutrition. Got a few gels there. Key to marathons, as I've found out the bad way in the past, is to make sure that you fuel before you think you need it. So I've got a combo there. These high fly ones are actually quite nice. They're quite watery and quite easy to consume, much easier to consume than the Silent Sport or Mortein. But first marathon with these, so I'll let you know how it goes. Some electrolyte salt tablets that I'll chew on about halfway through just to stop cramping up. And then just here we've got my belt to carry my phone to get a few shots ideally, and also to carry a few of the gels. I'll also put some of the gels in the arm sleeves, and there is a pocket on the back of these, I think. No, there's a pocket on the inside. There you go, a pocket there as well that I can fit a couple of gels in. So that's the basics of my equipment. Any questions, put them in the comments. And the last bit of kit is my Garmin Forerunner 265. Brilliant watch, nice strap. This is the smaller version as I've got skinny wrists. But yeah, without that I'd be lost. That's probably, after the shoes, the most important bit of kit in my eyes. So here are the Nike Alpha Flies. I think I bought them last summer. As you can see, still box fresh, haven't used them yet. I mean, they are absolutely beautiful. Look at that. I mean, they just look fast. Yeah, they smell fast as well, but I just can't bring myself to use them for this marathon where, I'm not going to be going for a PB. It's a bit about survival. It's a bit about building on the fitness. So yeah, I think I'll be saving them to Valencia Marathon later in the year. So more coming on that. But yeah, they are a thing of beauty. Okay, goals for the Manchester Marathon this weekend. Like I said, it's not about a PB. It's about seeing where I'm at. But I wouldn't be me without setting some goals. A goal, if all goes well, is going to be 3 hours 10 minutes. B goal will be to go in at a steady 3:15. And C goal is just to stay controlled throughout and ideally finish. But if the knee plays up, I won't hesitate to pull out. But all being well and how it's felt recently, I think I should be able to get through, and I'm confident of that. In terms of strategy, I'm going to try to use this as a good learning tool and experience ahead of Valencia later this year. So the main thing for me is to start off steady, get through halfway unscathed. If it's all going really well, I'll pick up the pace and try to pick people off, as having done marathons in the past, I've known that if in the latter half of the race you start overtaking people, it really does help well and boost your confidence. If at halfway I'm not feeling that great, I'll either dial it back a little bit or just keep it nice and steady and get through as best as I can. Main aim though is to negative split and use that experience to learn from. Also, in terms of nutrition, I'm going to try and fuel before I think I need it. So I'll be taking a gel every 20 to 25 minutes or so and picking up what I can en route from family and friends. Overall though, the main aim is to enjoy the day. And to be honest, I think I'll know fairly early on what kind of a day it is, but I'll do my best to keep it controlled and make the most of it. So here at Manchester, actually watching my wife do a 10k race today, which is quite good. Run through event, it's very popular, a lot busier than I thought it would be. But yeah, just walking now to try and catch around about 7 or 8k's. That's where it starts to get tricky. But yeah, great to see her getting involved, doing a bit of running, keeping fit. I think tomorrow morning my kids might do a junior park run whilst I'm doing the marathon, so that's good as well. Marathon day, it's early and it's cold, but that's probably best. I'd prefer that rather than the hot heat of London last year.
Honestly, the organisation here was fantastic. Barely any queues for toilets and more than I've ever seen at any event previously.
Garmin prediction, let's see if we can beat this. About to go now, lovely day for it. Let's go.
And to say lots on the line, this is also the England Athletics England.
It's actually unbelievable. Because I'm a bit injured and not going as fast, but still in the faster wave, I've actually got loads of space. Look at this. Running through Hume and Moss Side at the moment, round the corner from where I used to go to school. It's quite nice. Feels like a solo time trial at the moment, but it's quite nice to do a marathon with this much space around. Good job. Halfway, 1 hour 37, pretty much my hope for. Try and push on a little bit in the second half.
Andy! Andy! Tugs! Yes! Good lad!
The finish line for the Adidas Manchester Marathon 2026. Congratulations to each and every one of you. As we couldn't say, you've been on the floor, the next target.
Sorry, Ginny, you've got to report to your left-hand side, Rivers. To your left-hand side, please, Rivers. To your left-hand side, Rivers. To your left-hand side, Rivers. To your left-hand side, thank you.
That's incredible.
Just finished, hard work, 3:15, I'll take that, given the training and injuries that I've had over the past 3 months. Thank you, thank you. In absolute agony, but at least it's only a short tram trip home to my parents' house. That is the benefit of doing your home marathon, so yeah, not as bad as it would be if I was in London or doing a foreign marathon. Morning after the Manchester Marathon. I wasn't coming into this one in great shape, disrupted by injury, not that much training, so I knew it wasn't going to be a day for PBs. The key thing was to just take it steadily, execute a controlled plan, and ideally negative splits. I finished in 3 hours 15 minutes and 43 seconds. I think it was a 7-second negative split, which I'm happy with. The main thing is that it was a very controlled effort throughout. It wasn't that easy. Well, it definitely wasn't easy, to be honest. The marathon never is. If you've not done one, yeah, trust me, it is never easy. Even though this was a controlled effort, I still felt the negative mental and physical battle towards the latter stages of the race. Everyone talks about the wall. I didn't hit that because I think my nutrition plan was fairly well executed. But at around 35 kilometres, my pace slowed down. I had been averaging 4:36 to 4:37 per K, but I looked at my watch and I'd gone up to 4:42 per K, so slowed down a bit. My mind was playing all sorts of tricks and games on me, telling me to slow down to 5 minutes per K. You know, it's okay, you're not going for PB today, blah, blah, blah. And I used a trick that I've not used before, actually. And I said to myself, well, you can stay at this slightly slower pace, or you can speed up back to your average pace of 4:36, or even a bit quicker. And actually, for the remaining few kilometres, that would result in me finishing a minute or two quicker. So the pain would be over. And surprisingly, it worked. So I guess it's a form of delayed gratification. But yeah, I took the extra bit of pain. And to be honest, once I'd done that for a kilometre or two, I forgot about the previous pain, and I was then, holding that pace and sped up slightly towards the end, which I think is what resulted in the negative splits. Looking back on the race as a whole, my knee wasn't right, hasn't been right for a few months, but I finally had the prognosis a week or so ago, and I know what to do to fix it, and it was fine for the marathon. The day wasn't about chasing PBs, and not all race days are. It was about enjoying the experience, learning a few lessons, and just executing a race plan. So hopefully I can take the benefits from that and the lessons learned and use them on future races later this year and beyond. It wasn't my fastest marathon, but it's definitely one that I respect and potentially respect more than some quicker ones. Now the focus is simple. Get healthy, start a new build again throughout the summer, and work towards Valencia Marathon and a PB. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below.